the President of the United States sent the Speaker of the House a letter on this impeachment process, and Ms. Lesko earlier asked unanimous consent to put it in the record. I'm not sure how many of you read it, but it's 6 pages long, and it essentially amounts to one long Twitter rant. He calls impeachment an illegal coup, and he claims, quote, more due process was afforded to those accused in the Salem witch trials, end quote. I mean, are you kidding me? Innocent people were tortured and hung. Their corpses were thrown in shallow graves. An 80-year-old farmer named Giles Corey was literally placed between boards and crushed to death. I mean, for the president to say that he is being treated worse than the Salem witch trials is unhinged, just like so many of the missives on impeachment. I know a little bit about the Salem witch trials because I'm from Massachusetts. And here's a little more history about Massachusetts. It was our forebears who were killed in the Boston Massacre, and who fired the shot heard around the world at Lexington and Concord. It was our Commonwealth that stood up to a tyrannical king and insisted that rights come from the consent of the governed and not the whims of a monarch. In his letter, the president even writes, and I quote, "I have no doubt that the American people will hold you and the Democrats fully responsible in the 2020 election," end quote. The president just doesn't get it. This is not about his reelection. It's not about anyone's political future. Our founders handed us a fragile thing more than 200 years ago, an experiment in self-government, a fledgling democracy unlike anything else on earth at the time, a republic of, by, and for the people. So this is about whether we, the people sent to Congress, are willing to stand up and protect that fragile idea that has been entrusted to all of us. You know, we shape this democracy day by day, vote by vote. Some votes are more arcane than others, but each and every one helps to decide the kind of country we're going to be. You know, voting on impeachment is particularly important. It will define our democracy from here on out. You know, not a single Republican today even hinted that what the president did was wrong. It was wrong.